Hey guys, welcome back to the Watch Gauge channel. My name is John Keel and I do welcome you back. I thank you for coming back again and again and again and checking out the videos. Before we get started, let's do a quick wrist check, which I never do. I always forget. I don't know if that's going to focus there, but I'm wearing the Nth Nazario Swarov. Now this watch was a Watch Gauge exclusive, limited edition, that we did 50 pieces of about 2 years ago. We just did another 50 not too long ago. I literally have 2 of these left in my possession, so if you want to jump on one of the last 2, I would suggest that you do it very quickly. With all of the things we've got coming in from NTH over the next 6, 8, 10, 12 months, I know that we're not going to be making this again for at least another year, if not possibly ever or further down the line. So again, I've got 2 left, so you may want to jump on one. In today's video, I am going to be telling you what's happening with Watch Gauge. I've got a handful of really cool pieces coming in from a handful of different brands, and I want to give you an idea of how you can get on the waiting list for these particular watches. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. First, we've got the G-Shock GMW-B5000TR-9. Now this has to be one of the wildest or one of the weirdest watches that I probably have seen in a long time. But in some weird way, it is really actually super cool. With the GMW-B5000TR-9, G-Shock is using a very special type of titanium that I can only assume is pronounced Trantixi. As they state, this titanium alloy has all of the characteristics of titanium, including being light, gentle on the skin, and with about twice the hardness of pure titanium. In addition to that, this metal has the ability to have a mirror high polish finish, similar to the type of finish that you can actually achieve with stainless steel. And just like many of these special GMW-Bs, this is a limited edition. Now, unfortunately, G-Shock doesn't get into how many pieces they actually create with their limited editions. However, my G-Shock rep, who I work with, covers multiple states here in the Northeast, and I believe he's only able to get about 15 of these, of which I, at Watch Gauge, am only getting 3. If you want to get on the waiting list for this GMW-B, stay tuned to the end of the video when I explain to everybody how the waiting list process works. Now let's jump into NTH. Now I have a very special relationship with NTH, as many of you are fully aware of, and Chris Vail and I actually work together in talking about the planning phase for not only the next 2 or 3 months, but also 6 to 12 months out with regards to what NTH is going to be manufacturing and delivering. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, sometime by the 1st or 2nd week in May, we're expecting a handful of different watches. First, the Tropics Collection. For those of you not aware of the Tropics Collection from NTH, this is a collection that Chris had done probably 5 or 4 years ago. It's a compressor style case with 2 crowns and an internal rotating bezel. So I'm super excited that we're going to be able to offer 4 different models of the Tropics Collection. Those models are the Antilles Cointreau, the Antilles Dark Rum, the Azores Absinthe, and the Azores Blue Curacao. The production run of the Tropics is not a large production run. To be fully transparent and to give you guys an idea, I'm only receiving 16 of each of these models, 8 with date, 8 with no date. And at about the same time we'll be receiving the Tropics Collection, we are also doing a very, very small run of NTH subs. We will be bringing back some of the best sellers that haven't been around in a little while. And worldwide, only 40 of these subs will be delivered, which means I'm going to get either 2 or 3 pieces of each model. So what we're bringing back is the Barracuda Polar no date. The Barracuda Polar was first introduced a few months ago. We sold out of the no dates, no joke, within probably 2 days worldwide. We are also bringing back the Dolphin Magenta. With a very unconventional dial color, it seems to be one of those watches that every time we sell out, for months and months, people are asking, when will we bring more back? We'll also be seeing the Amphion Commando and the Odin Blue. In the cases of the Dolphin Magenta, the Amphion Commando, and the Odin Blue, all 3 will be offered in date version and no date version. And finally, let's talk about a watch that will not be in for a handful of months, the Zodiac Super Seawolf World Time Limited Edition. Expected in August, limited to 500 pieces, and utilizing the Soprod C125 GMT movement, the Super Seawolf World Time LE will be available in 2 configurations, with a silver sunray dial and red bezel, or the dark gray sunray dial with black bezel. Now again, these are a little bit of a ways out. We're expecting them to arrive in August. And now let me explain to you why you'd want to be on a waiting list and how my waiting lists work with WatchGauge. Now, anytime I do a waiting list watch, I know that I'm getting a finite number of watches. I've learned over the last 4 years running WatchGauge that the most efficient and most fair way to offer watches to you guys that there may be more demand than there are supply is to create these waiting lists. The benefit of being on one of these waiting lists is that you will have access to any of these watches 24 hours before they get published for sale on WatchGauge.com. To give you an example, today is Thursday. Let's say I have a watch that I'm able to start selling on Saturday. If you're on the waiting list, I would send you an email with a link tomorrow giving you access to purchase it before they go up publicly for sale. So to check out and get your name on a waiting list for anything I've got coming in the near future, from the homepage of WatchGauge.com, along the top menu, you'll see an option, Coming Soon. Any of the watches on that following page, you can add your name and email address to a waiting list. And again, just to reiterate, once you do that, I will email you with a link to purchase that watch at least 24 hours prior to being able to make that watch available for sale to the general public. I will ask you one favor. Please, if you are going to add yourself to a waiting list, please do so with the best intentions that you're actually going to purchase the watch. It does give me an idea of the actual demand for any particular piece. Now, I understand that in some cases you may put yourself on a waiting list and things happen where, you know, a month or 2 months down the road, you may not be able to allocate the funds. I get that, and there certainly never will be hard feelings if that's the case. But if you're adding yourself to the list, I only ask that you please do so if you truly intend to buy that watch. So those are just some of the great watches we do have coming in the next few weeks. We do have more coming in. We have other models, other brands coming in. They kind of dictate when I'm allowed to give you guys this information and release pictures and start waiting lists and that sort of thing. So as always, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you have not already, make sure you hit that little bell icon. That way, every time a new video comes up, you're aware that there's a new video up and you can jump on it right away. Additionally, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, as well as like the WatchGauge Facebook page. And the last thing I'll suggest, which I really don't promote often enough, is that when you get to WatchGauge, join the newsletter. I honestly don't send out a lot of emails, usually 1 a week on average, in very rare cases 2 a week, but certainly sign up for that newsletter because that's usually the best source for news and information on WatchGauge that pops up first. So as always, thank you guys so much, and I'm going to wrap this up so I can get to editing and uploading this video. So hope everybody's well. Take care of yourself. Thanks again.